Welcome to party 34 of the Real Star Citizen. So, I said I was going to do it, and I am. I am going to try mining. And as well as trying mining, I'm actually going to, rather than use the gear that I've managed to get together while I've been doing my bounty hunter missions, I'm actually going to go through some of the, just go through some of the things that I've learned over the last 33 videos and while playing in the past as well, because I got on with a friend the other day and there's so much going on in this game that, you build up knowledge over time and don't realize that it's not always user friendly, even with the tutorials. So I just wanted to go over a few things. So to start with, I am in ArcCorp. So if I hit F2, I can go to the star map, and this is the planet I am on, ArcCorp, and I am at Area 18, and I can scroll in and out with my middle mouse wheel to see the system, the solar system we're in, which is Stanton. And this will come in, we'll use this in a bit when I get a ship and we need to travel. So hit F2 again, that'll close that. So the first thing I need to do is get some gear. So if I hit I already have an undersuit on and the basic venture armor. So I need a few other bits. So if you set Area 18 as your home planet, your starting planet, where you'll go back to if you are incapacitated, you'll come out of this place, the apartments, and you'll spawn in there. You come out, you can go to a lift, you'll come down into the lobby. To use the lifts, you just go up to one of the panels. It says call elevator, hit F. You wait for the elevator, and then in this case, you're just going to go to the ground floor. You're not really going to be going to the floors. When you get to the ground, if the doors don't open, you can hit ground floor again or doors. That will let you out. A bit of advice in lifts: don't jump around or move around too much when the lifts are moving, because they've got a bit better, but they can still decide to drop you through the planet if you're not careful. So anyway, this is ArcCorp, this is Area 18. So as you come out of the apartments, you're going to want to go and buy some bits. So with starter money, if you've bought a basic package, you don't get a huge amount, but you get enough to get some armor and to get the bits you need. Because I'm going to be trying out mining, I need to get a multi-tool and a mining attachment. I probably already have these in my inventory, but I just want to show how this works. So you can buy bits by going up to them, and you've got a quick buy option, which is pretty self-explanatory. If you hold F, you'll buy it. It will go not into your inventory on your body, but it will go into your local inventory at Area 18. If you tap F, it will put it in your hand. And then if you hit right-click, you should buy that. I don't think I have any. Yeah, so there you go. So it's in my core armor. So basically your core armor has some limited capacity. So it says here, when my mouse is pointing at the top left, it says I've got 9k of this SCU, and I've used 12% by putting a bottle. We'll get onto that, because in this game, if I hit F1, this is our Mobi-Glass, which is like a mobile phone, but it's everything. It tells you everything you need to know. In here, you actually do have hydration and food, or these are things you need to be concerned with anyway. So, actually, looking at here, it doesn't show. It shows your drug level, oxygen, heart rate, but actually, I'm not seeing where it does show your food. But when you get low, it'll actually pop up in the bottom left of the screen, telling you. So you need drinks and food. Some drinks will give you some nutrition like food, others will just hydrate you like water. Again, with armor, you can go up and you can buy directly from it. Same for weapons. My advice is not to do that. It's to use these screens. So you go up to screen, hit F, and from here you're going to show your location, because you can obviously change this where you want the kit, where you want something to go when you buy it. But we don't. We want the destination to be Area 18. Well, I want the destination to be Area 18 because I'm going to go to one of the terminals to kit out. Yeah, you can also choose substance. So you can choose where this kit's going to go, basically. So I've got armor and I've got an undersuit, so undersuits are there. If you click on them, like left click, it will give you some information. To be honest, I don't know there's a huge amount of difference. The main one seems to be around the temperature for the undersuits. Although a lot of these are just showing the same. Yeah, -30. So some of the undersuits are better protect you from the elements. Obviously, they look different as well, so you can get the look you want if you're into that. Armor's same again. Also, if you want a specific type of armor, you can type and it will filter that armor types. So armor, when you buy armor, you actually do have to buy like the core, which is goes on your chest and your back, legs, arms, and a helmet. You don't get like the full set. You purchase these. But like I say, once you've picked one you want, you get medium, light, heavy. You get penalties for wearing heavy armor, lower stamina, I suppose, lighter armor, but obviously you get more protection with heavy armor. So once you've picked what you want, you want to pick everything within that same range. And then obviously you can go to personal weapons. So I think when you first, you come in new to the game, you'll actually get a pistol, but you can buy other guns as well. So like I say, I'm still quite new at this, although I backed the game some time ago. I'm still learning a lot as I go along. So my preference for a weapon in this game is actually the P4AR. I think there's a non-Night Stalker version which is cheaper, I think, if I remember, somewhere. We can just type P4. It should show no. So at this one you can only get that. So, but to be totally honest, I'm going to do mining. So I'm not actually going to buy a rifle or an SMG. I would probably just buy a pistol if I didn't have a pistol. I've already got pistols, so I'm actually going to go and I'm going to equip one. But to purchase things, you can either quick buy, or it'll put it into your local area, or you can click buy here, so you can decide how many you actually want to purchase in one go. Once you've done that, once you've got a weapon, got some armor, undersuit, you then need to go and find a terminal. So luckily in this case, there's one just outside the shop. For some reason, there is always an NPC stuck in that wall. Anyway, hit F again to access it. So on the right-hand side, this is Area 18. So as you can see, I've got a lot of junk. I've been doing bounty hunter missions for a while now. Also, I backed the game a long time ago, so I've got some bits that came just through rewards over time, going to different events. I have also bought some rubbish myself. So what you'd want to do is then get the things that you need. So if I take off my venture core, so I can drag it, left click it, drag it into here, and then if I want to put it back on again, I just find the thing I want, left click on it, hold it down, drag it, and I put it on my body, and there you go. And you do that for all of your gear. So another thing actually you'd probably want to buy is a backpack. Again, you can find those under the armor section in the shop, and you can just drag the backpack and put it on. And what that does is gives you a lot more storage. So now I've got 50,000 of these micro SCU, or whatever that is. Anyway, and this allows you to carry a lot more stuff. So in my case, going mining, I might want to, because I'm starting out, I'm probably going to just be doing it by hand on the ground, going out scanning, getting out of my ship, and going and finding a rock and breaking it down and getting the ore. So to take it from there and put it into my ship, I might want to put it in my backpack. I've never mined before, so I have no idea. It might be rubbish because you might actually need much larger. In that case, I guess I'm just going to be picking it up with my multi-tool and putting it into my ship. So that's another thing you'll want to buy, is one of these multi-tools. You can buy those again in the shop. Once you've bought one, you can drag it and attach it to your leg armor. So you put it there and see now it appears on there. And then also you're going to want the mining attachment. I'm just going to stick it into my backpack, but I also want the tractor beam if I've got one. For some reason I seem to have 2 so many oxy torch cutting. I don't know why I have that. But anyway, these are the tractor beam ones, so we're going to stick that in there as well. That'll allow me to switch between them, and I'll show you that in a second. Other things you'll probably want to buy, med pens. So med pens you can attach to your body, or you can put them into your backpack. So I'm going to put some med pens. Med pens give you a fixed amount of recovery for health. So you have like a health, I don't know, you could view it from like 1 to 100 health. As you take damage, it drops. Using a med pen will give you a certain amount of health back. Better than that are actually these med guns. So I'll show you. So I'm fine here now. Oh, actually, I am going to, like I said, I am going to take a pistol. So I think I have some sort of like what you would get as a starter pistol. I think it might be. Let's have a look. What have we got? The only way I'm working this out is ones I've got lots of, because it kind of implies either I've been picking up, which I don't think I ever pick pistols up, or they're just given to me each time I've died, basically. So I think that's a fairly common pistol. I might be wrong. I'm sure somebody will correct me. So I can put the pistol straight onto me. And then what I want to do is ammo. So what was that? That was an S38. Annoyingly, I can't search. I don't know, maybe there is a way to do it, but I can't see it. So I need to find pistol ammo if I've actually got any. If not, then you would want to buy it from the shop as well. If I don't have it, I probably won't go and buy some in this case, because I'm hoping I won't run into trouble. So I don't seem to have any, although I have an arc-like pistol battery. So what I might do is stick that on my body. Let's get rid of the pistol. Let's see if I've got an arc-like pistol. And if I have, I'll equip that, because then I've got a clip for it. There we go. So I do have an arc-light pistol. Just having a look if I don't have like a weird coloured one. Is that an arc-light? There we go. Arc-light pistol. Boink. There we go. So I've got a pistol which already had a silencer on. It's something I've fit. So again, you can buy attachments. Some of those attachments can be like sights and things like suppressors. If you look at what's popping up when I hover over it, it says tactical suppressor 1, and then if you look further down, it actually says size 1. So different weapons, when you hover over them, if you look sort of at the 1, 2, 3, 4th paragraph down, you'll see it says attachments optical S2, barrel S2, underbarrel S3. So when you're buying attachments, make sure you buy the right size ones for the weapon you have, otherwise they won't fit. So it was important. So right, I've got armor, I've got an undersuit, I've got a backpack, I've got some med pens, I've got my multi-tool with my tractor beam and my orbital mining attachment, and I think I'm ready to go. So I can close that. You can either just walk away. Well, no, actually you can't walk away when you're doing it that way, so you just click that close button. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and go to the hospital and just show you the medical guns. So when you walk, this is, you've got different speeds. So hitting F4 will put you into third person. If you scroll your mouse wheel up, you'll increase your sort of walking up to a run. But if you just hold shift, you'll actually sprint. That will increase your heart rate, stamina. I think it makes your hydration and your food consumption go down faster. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Again, I'm sure somebody will correct me. So sprinting all the time, you're going to become dehydrated and hungry faster than if you were sort of walking. But obviously, as you're probably seeing already, Star Citizen is a very complex game, and everything is kind of physicalized, so getting around can take a long time on foot. So anyway, this is one of the hospitals. So if you take damage, so there's a difference between losing health and taking damage. It will show on your body, and it will show in here as well. And if you get a level 1, 2, 3 type damage, you'll actually have to come to a hospital to get fixed. You do that by going to one of these terminals, you check in, it will give you a room, you go find that room, you then can go and use the med bed. I'm not going to go into that because this isn't a full tutorial. I just wanted to give you some, as I'm sort of getting ready to go out and do the mining, which I'm doing for the first time, I'm sort of just treating it that way. So I wanted to just give people a little bit of a look at what I would have to do to prep that. But like I said, there's plenty of full tutorials by other people out on the YouTube. I don't need to add to that. So I'm just going to keep this fairly basic. So this is well worth the money. The Paramed gun, I've never actually used a refill, but this is the refill. So you want a Paramed, I would just buy one refill. Again, you click on it, you can buy it. I already have some. I should have actually equipped it when I was at the terminal, but anyway. Yeah, so that's the hospitals. Also, if you are incapacitated and then you end it, that is where you're going to respawn if you've set Area 18 as your home planet. So I want to go back to one of these terminals. I'm just going to equip them a pen. I don't really have to do it here. I can do it in my hangar, which I'll show in a second. So let's go to utility, which I think it shows. So let's put this on there. And then I think I have, yeah, one of the green slime bottles. So there you go. So I feel, you know, fairly ready to go. So I've got, you know, gear on. It's basic gear. I think with the starter money that you get when you buy a game package, you should be able to buy all the stuff I've got on. Like I said, I'm not telling you this is exactly how to do it. I'm sure, again, there's plenty of tutorials that will probably do a much better job than me. But again, I just wanted to do it on my channel because I'm trying different things. I've done the bounty hunting quite a lot. I've done some mercenary missions. I did one courier mission, and now I just want to try mining. So yeah, anyway, let's go. So the next thing I need to do is go to transit. So the reason I need to go to transit is because Area 18 is actually broken into this main area and then the spaceport. So we need to go to Riker Memorial Spaceport. There are signs and there are maps. I know when I started playing this game, I got lost a lot. So pay attention to maps, pay attention to signs. After a while, you do just learn the areas. They're not that bad. You can learn them by heart. So you'll see lots of NPCs walking around. They'll do some crazy things because they're not great. And every now and then you'll come across another player. And as you can see, the server's a little bit twitchy, so he's desyncing for me. Weirdly, I seem to have the option to loot him. Normally you have the option to invite to party, which is there. Anyway, that's a real person. That's an NPC. So the trams, you come to the trams, you have to wait for them. If there isn't one there, there'll be a time and it'll come along. Get on it. Different locations have different transit systems. The transit systems, in my opinion, are janky as heck. So prepare for the ride of your life. But anyway, get on it and it will take you where you're going. Different planets actually have different, like I said, different transit systems, and you may actually find that you need to get on the right transit system. Again, there are signs, there are maps. It will tell you which one you should go to. So there's another person. See, it's jumping around. Anyway, so yeah, again, once it's leaving, you've got to wait for it to leave. It gives you an idea of how long it's going to take. Some of these are interesting, some are not. You get a bit of a view. I don't think Area 18 is one of the better ones, although this bit's quite cool when you're going through the sort of city. All of these buildings are like physicalized, right? If you get in your ship and you fly into this, then you can fly into any one of those. You can actually land on them. And in some locations, you can actually enter parts of the buildings as well. So it's, again, this game is pretty impressive, to say the least. So here we are at the spaceport. That's what I was saying. NPCs do some... That's not too bad, actually. Just standing on the chairs, not too bad. T-poses, not too bad. Floating in the air, a little bit concerning. But yeah, so again, everything's physicalized, so you need to now make your way to the actual hangars. These terminals are if you need to pay fines, but I'm not going to go into that again. There's lots of tutorials about getting fines, getting crime stats, etc., getting chucked in jail, escaping from jail. Yeah, anyway, so we make our way through here, ignore the VIPs. Let's go here. So one thing I didn't do, so I'm just hitting I again to open my inventory. I didn't buy any food or drink, so we're going to go to this very handy food store, and I'm just going to buy some of this synergy stuff. So I'm just going to tap F and then right click, and that should just put it straight into my backpack. Obviously I'm paying for it, or at least I hope I'm paying for it. So if I go to I now... Sorry, I'll help you in a second. Oh. Okay, that didn't work for some reason. Let me just move away. Oh, sticking me to the... Give me 1 moment. Oh, that's weird. I don't know why that didn't just put that locally. Let's buy a... Hi, welcome. Let's buy these energy bars. going to try that again. Just tapping F.
Want your company to be in good company?
Hi, welcome to the store.
I don't know what's going on there. It's very... I'm getting stuck a lot. Okay, that's not working. So, it doesn't matter. I'm going to buy another one, but I'm just going to do a long click. Because so if I just hold F, see, goes across and buys.
I'll be with you in a minute.
I would expect that now to be in my... Not in my... on my body, but in my inventory. I'm assuming that's what's going on with the quick buys as well. But we'll double check in a second. So, now I'm at the... where the hangars are. I need to use one of these terminals to call my ship. If when you call your ship, it will go to your hangar. So we now actually have hangars, and they're your hangars. And you'll see again lots of videos out there about kitting them out and people mucking around with them. But yeah, you'll have a hangar. So this is my ship. This one, I don't know why I have this Buccaneer, but anyway. And the Pisces, I don't know why I have. But the Pisces, I think, is the closest I have anyway to a starter ship. So I'm going to use the Pisces for this. So click retrieve. You wait a couple of seconds. It's going to say Sightings medium hangar. So let's... Then we go over to one of the lifts. Call a lift. See, now you're seeing, see that blue over there? You're actually seeing my hangar and the ship showing. Select my hangar and then stand still and hope you don't go dropped out of the... Jumping around, bumping into people, all these things can clip you through and drop you through the planet. And yeah, it's just not fun. If you do that and you find yourself falling through the planet, just hit escape and exit. When you come back in, you should have kept your gear. Can't always guarantee that. Anyway, this is my hangar. I'm not sure why I put it in a medium hangar. I thought these little ships normally come in a small hangar, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So there's small, medium, large. I'm not sure if there's an extra large. I feel like there might be. And then there's docking ports, but again, I'm not going to go into that. So this is my hangar. There's my ship. This is the terminal in the hangar that will allow me to store my ship if I want to put it away and to get my ship out again when I want it. We missed it because I was coming down in the lift, but this bit here is actually a big lift. So this actually opens up and goes down, or it goes down, should I say, and picks the ship up and brings it back up. So again, it's visualized. That doesn't just magically appear there. It magically appears under the ground and comes here, but not right in front of you, you know. Hide the tricks. And as I said, you do actually have storage terminals in the hangar as well. So hopefully the food will show in my local inventory now. So if we go to sustenance, yeah, because I think that's what I bought. Is it what I bought? Not convinced that worked. I do seem to have some other stuff in here. I think it worked for the energy bars, but it doesn't look like the drinks went there. It looks like the drinks just disappeared, which is lovely. So hopefully I wasn't charged that. So I'm going to give myself water and a bar. In fact, I'm going to take 2 energy bars. I'm going to take all my water. So there you go. So I've used 9% up. I'm ready to go. So what I am going to quickly do, so if I stand here and I hit 1, nothing's going to happen because I don't... Oh, wait a minute. That's weird though. Okay, pistols on 3. I think it's because I don't tend to use pistols a lot, but okay, I hit number 3, just normal 3 on your keyboard, and I've got my pistol out. I can right click to aim, and then it's showing me how many rounds I've got. If I hit R, then I would reload, but it's full, so it's not going to reload. If I hold R, it's going to put it away. Hit 3 again, gets it out. The other thing I can do is hold F, right click, and then I get all these options. One of the options is customize. So if I had other attachments in my backpack, I could actually fit an optics, I could fit an underbarrel. Obviously I've got a silencer on here because that must have been left over from before. It's probably something I looted. Right click gets rid of that again, hold R, put it away. If I hit 5, I get out my multi-tool. So hold F, right click on it, and I can go to customize. See, what I can do now is, I'm not so fussed about the canister one, but the multi-tool attachment here, I can, if I use my mouse scroll wheel, I can select what I want. So for now, I want the orbital mining attachment. So I click that. That should now be fit to the multi-tool. So hit right mouse again, put it away. So in theory now, I should be able to mine. If I hit I, it shouldn't be showing anymore. No, so weirdly it had a cutting attachment by standard. There's my tractor. So now my my mining attachment should actually be on my multi-tool. So hit R. If I hit 5 again, I get my medic gun. You can use this on other people. By pushing B, you can use it on yourself as well. So if I push B, go to F, go to advanced, go to auto, and then you could just left click. So if it was saying I had some injuries detected, what it's going to do, it's not going to fix the injuries, but rather than just restoring my health, it's actually going to give me drugs that remove the side effects of the injuries I have. Because if you get a really bad injury, it can stop you being able to hold a weapon or make it very hard to aim, or even fly your ship, as I found out, which is bad. So anyway, here's the ship I have in the middle of the hangar. It's a lovely ship, little ship. If I go to the back, see it's saying ramp access, hit F as it says, and there you go, there's my ramp opening up. So this game does not handhold you in any way. So if you get in, close it behind you. You can usually close it from the cockpit as well. This is cargo storage. This is not a multi-crew ship, although it does actually have 3 seats. So I guess it is a multi-crew ship, although it's very cramped and there's no toilet. So good luck with that. Anyway, it doesn't look like it's got like physicalized engineering and stuff. Again, there's thousands of videos on engineering and ship tours, etc, etc. I'm not doing that. So what we want to do is get into the pilot seat, hit F, get in the pilot seat, whizzes you around. So we're kind of just moving. It's, like I said, this isn't a tutorial. We're in the realm of things that I wish people had been able to tell me that I have either had to go and find out myself, learn from other people, learn the hard way. So that's what I'm kind of covering here. It's not a full tutorial. When you're in the ship, if you hit U, it will turn your, like, the power system on for your ship. It doesn't normally automatically start your engine, so hitting I will turn your engines on, as it's just said. So we have lovely new MFDs. All this information used to be plastered all over the place and make it very hard to see what you're doing. It's nice now. What I'm doing to look around like that is, in this case, I'm just holding F down, and that lets me interact with whatever I can interact with. So, you know, I can interact with these screens. So here I can put more power to the engines, for instance. My weapons are either not on or I don't have any weapons in the ship. I don't know. Here, what I'm going to do is I don't need to scan. That's showing my shields on the left. But what I want to do is go to communications. You can do this through the Moby glass, but I like to do it from these screens. I don't know why. I've always done it, and I probably always will do it. So these are people that I'm friends with in the game. This here is the landing service. So to get out of this hangar, you actually have to ask to get out of the hangar. So I'm going to click hail, and then if I hold Z, Z is just free look, and it's not going to interact with them. If I look up, they're opening the hangar doors for me. So that's great, right? So if I hit F4, I can go into third person again on the ship. My engines are on. I can see they're on. I'm on the ground. My landing gear is out. So to get off the ground into a hover, I can just hit space for like a couple of seconds. It's really twitchy. You don't want to just slam your finger down on that, because you're going to shoot up and hit the doors if you don't wait for them to open. So I'm going to do it again and get out of the hangar. So all I'm doing is holding down space. Now I'm just going to hit N. That's going to put my gear away. I'm going to hit F4 to go back into the cockpit. So now what I need to do is I need to get out of the atmosphere, or at least get some altitude. So I'm using my mouse just to point up. As you can see, you saw that pip travel up from the bottom. That's showing that that's my direction of travel. I've got my altimeter in meters, I think that is. So I'm like coming up to 3,000. There we go. I've also got the option to go a little bit faster. So I'm going 211 meters per second. But if I hold shift, now I'm using my afterburner, which is going down on the right. So you can see the percentage going down. On the left, you can see that I'm actually now going a lot faster. Once I get a bit of height, I will change what they call master modes. So in this game, they have this idea of you have your shields up, you're in combat, so therefore you're using a lot of resources in the ship, so you go relatively slow. So this was an idea to not force dogfights, but kind of get away from very rapid jousting type combat. Anyway, I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that. But what I need to do is hold B. So if I just hold B briefly, I've now switched into my quantum travel mode, which is how I travel long distances in this ship. You can see in the top left I've got H2 fuel, which I guess is hydrogen, and quantum fuel. Hydrogen fuel you use just flying around like this. Quantum fuel you use obviously when you make quantum jumps. So what else I can do, which I wish someone had told me, if I hold left Alt and scroll my wheel up, if you look at where my velocity is, you'll see that now my maximum achievable velocity has actually gone up. Again, if I hit Afterburner, now I'm going much faster. I can get up to, what, 1,000... yeah, 1,100-ish meters per second, so I'm going much faster. So what I tend to do now is hit C, and that takes me out of coupled mode. That means I can let go, and my my velocity should remain. Not only that, my direction of travel. So if I'm actually now going to shift the way I'm looking by just moving my mouse around, you see that pip that was in the center of stand. That's because my direction of travel is still towards this pip here, but I can like look behind me, for instance, and I still continue to travel in that way. There is also cruise control, but I tend to just use this. So now what I want to do is I want to go somewhere. So I need to hit F1 to get my Moby glass, because I want a contract. In this case, I don't really, you don't get, I don't believe you get mining contracts, but as you can see here, you've got racing, got salvage, delivery missions, which I discussed, that idea of going and picking up boxes and delivering them to people. Priority is because there's like an event on at the moment, this Save Stanton thing. Mercenary missions are mercenary missions. Bounty hunters are bounty missions, which is what I normally do. You've got hauling, which you need a bigger ship. Maintenance is easy. It's interesting. I've not actually done any of those. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel to a site now where I can do some mining. So what I need to do is go to, or what I'm going to do is go to a moon. So normally what would happen here is you would pick a contract. So say we were doing one of my bounty hunters. I can click on it. It will tell me where it is. So it's Walla, which is which is one of the moons around Arcourt. So I can go, okay, this is what I need to do. This is where I'm going to have to go. I can accept that. That will then show up as my accepted, and I will track it. And I will also get then a sort of a marker to show me which way I need to go to get to that place. So what I'm going to show you instead is I need to travel to a moon. So I'm going to hit F2. I'm just going to, well, these are the two moons. So you've got Lyra and you've got Wallace. So I'm going to go to Lyra, if that's how you say it. So I left click on it. Down here it says I've got a route. It's telling me how far it is to get there. It's telling me it's a moon. It's an icy moon. I'm not even sure if it's a good place to go mining. Maybe Waller's better. Again, I've not done this before, so it's going to be interesting. I'm not particularly good at scanning either, so again, it's going to be interesting. But anyway, so I click on the route, and it will show me, that this is how long it's going to get, and that's how much fuel it's going to take, as far as I can see. Yeah, so 9 seconds apparently, and it's going to use 1,199 somethings of quantum fuel, I believe. Anyway, so that's done. So now if I actually close, so if I hit F2 again, I should have a marker, which you can see on my right, and it's showing me the moon. Well, so I'm just going to hit C again, so I've gone back into coupled. That means that the ship now will drive itself to a stop, and also it will always try to keep the direction in the direction I'm facing. So I'm thinking I'm redding out because I'm deaccelerating quite quickly. You can black out, you can red out in this game, just things to be aware of. So now I'm just going to, you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to make my direction of travel actually towards there. So you can see on the left and right, it says 100% calibrated, 100% spools. You have to wait for that. Once that's done, you can just left click, and you'll move into quantum jump, which is exactly what it sounds like, if that's a thing. It's just a very fast way to travel. between, there's just the distances in the solar system. You have to have that. So I guess what I probably will do, although I don't know if this is right, is I'm guessing, yeah, like that's what I was looking for. It was a guess that maybe some of these will be like mining outposts, which to me would make me believe there will be things there to mine, right? I could be horribly wrong here because I've not done it. The pit does not sound like somewhere I need to go. So let's go to this one. Let's go to this mining facility. I may be wrong. This might be... So I've done mercenary missions and bounty hunting missions that have taken me to these type facilities to clear out undesirable people. But anyway, in this case, we're using it because I don't know what else to do. Like I say, I'm new to the mining, so hopefully I'll be able to mine something. I just realised though, even if I do mine some rocks, I don't exactly know what state they're going to come out in. Could I just pick the rocks up and put them in my ship? Should I have bought a storage box to put in my ship? I really don't know. Anyway, so here we are. So I'm still, as you can see, 21 kilometers away, which actually isn't very far at all. So one thing you can do is if you right click, you go into this like focused mode, and if you hold right again, you'll actually zoom in, so you can actually see the location. So this only says it's 21 kilometers away. So when you're traveling to these locations, you don't always want to go straight down, because if it's got an atmosphere, it will slow down your maximum travel. This line here is obviously your level flight. So if you want to travel a bit faster, you can stay in this quantum mode, like I said, like this travel mode, which will mean you can go a lot faster. So again, you can hold your left click down, scroll it up, hit afterburner, and you can cover that distance incredibly quickly. My rule at the moment is once you're in 10 kilometers of any site is to hit the B again to come out of that travel mode, because you want your shields up, because it seems to be around 10 kilometers that if there are some nasty ships in the area, that's when they're going to start interacting with you. So now I'm in the realms of unknown. So like I said, this wasn't a tutorial. I just wanted to give some, cover some of the things that I wish I'd have known a bit more about, that people have pointed out as me, that I didn't have to learn the hard way. So I hope it was useful to some people. I know it's not going to be useful to a lot of people. But now I'm here, right? Now I'm just going to have to just work out what I need to do. So I am going to go, I believe there's a scanning, so a scanning screen. And then if I hit my middle mouse button, I can go to scan. So what I'm going to do now is just hit tab and see it showed up these unknown things. So that was like a scan ping. That's very handy if you're approaching a planet at night, because if you look at the sort of mountains, it highlights everything. Even in the dark, that will highlight all that. But anyway, these unknowns are showing up. I'm a little bit concerned that there's a ship over there. That, to me, makes me feel like it could be the site that's used for other missions. That ship's upside down. But I don't care. I'm going to go to these unknowns. I'm going to try and mine. So going down. I'm just going to slow down. Oh, getting lag. Slow down. Right, so my velocity is... Right, so how do I scan? Let's get a bit closer. What I'm going to do is just hold left alt and just wheel down. Does that work? No, it's not working. It's not... I don't know why that's not working. I was just going to try and set my my maximum speed. So how do I scan? Scan progress. I don't know how to scan. Ready to scan. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look. So I'm going to hit escape and go into options, look at the key binding, and see if I can find a button for scanning. If not, I'll go into the advanced controls and set something up. But I'll be right back once I've had a look. So, it looks like it's just left click, but you hold left click down and it should scan. I don't even know if this ship can scan rocks. I Again, I don't know a lot. I mean, this isn't a mining ship. So I can see that I can scroll up and down and it changes the PIERC. I don't know what that does. But I'm scanning and it's not doing anything. It's not changing this screen. I'm not learning anything about that rock. See if there's smaller rocks, because that looks like quite a big rock. See, that's a small rock. So I think what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to get out. Ooh. So what I would do is hit F4, hit N, and then hold Z so that I can change my perspective, and then just this will just let me sort of pick my landing site a bit better and try and avoid hitting some rocks. So I'm going to land here. Again, I'm just sort of tapping left control to bring the ship down. So that's not too bad. So this is an important lesson that I've learned, and I've learned this through nice people who put comments in my videos. It just hit I once you're on the ground. That shuts your engines off. Just check they're off. You can have a look, because you want to keep the power on to keep your shields on, but you don't want your engines on, because if there's some sort of clipping, or as you get out, your ramp hits the ground and causes the ship to wobble and stuff, the engines that you have, like the maneuvering thrusters, will actually fire and your ship can drift away, which is lovely. So I am outside. It is freezing cold. I'm not 100% sure if I can survive at this temperature in this armor, but anyway. So another thing you can do is left Alt and X. It will wipe your visor. Right. Anyway, so let's push F5. This is supposed to be my mining. So let's go to a rock. I don't know what I'm doing now. It's not letting me do anything. That was just hitting middle mouse button. Apparently I can hit the rock with it. Okay. What am I doing wrong here? Let's hit F. Right click on that. So let's just go to customize. Make sure I've actually got the, so that's none, orbital mining attachment. You must buy base multi-tool to use the pyro multi, blah blah blah. Click on that. That is on there. That's the oxy torch. That's the tractor beam. So it does look like it's on there. Okay, so right click, but it's not doing anything. What am I doing wrong? Let's just quickly go back to the ship. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let me go back to the ship. I'm just going to stand here and shut the ramp. I'm going to have to... So, I'm guessing what we can say there is, for a new person who goes, well, I'm going to get a ship, I'm going to get a multi-tool with a mining attachment, I'm going to go to a planet that looks like I can mine. Yeah, apparently you can't just do that. I'm wondering if it's just that rock's something I can't do. It says module, and then it's got a battery power, but I don't seem to be able to do anything. Right, give me a second. I'll be right back. So I'm back. So I flew to just some of the other locations. So I did have a quick Google, and it looks like you can't mine, like there's a size limit to the size of rock that you can mine with a hand tool, which I guess makes sense, right? So right, so I've landed my ship here, so that's just T I'm pushing, that turns on my head torch. I think I saw some, I was scanning again, so I was right in the way. You do just hold left click and hand over, and it should give you information, but I'm pretty sure I saw some smaller rocks. I guess we're going to find out, right? Which looked mineable. Now I've got out of the ship, I can't remember where experience. But anyway, so yeah, I don't think, I thought I saw some smaller rocks here when I scanned, but obviously it was just scanning nonsense, I guess. So let me go and find somewhere I can actually hand mine, and this time I'll be back and we will actually mine something. Okay, I'm back. So I have spent far too long, far too long, looking for a cave. So I believe there are cave missions, but I can't find any. And to actually find one, I had to go onto Spectrum, and somebody had actually put the location of some caves. I'm not even sure if this is a cave. I think it is. It's taken me probably half an hour to find it. The reason I'm at a cave is because you can't mine the larger rocks with a hand tool. You can only mine them with like a rock or a spaceship specifically designed for it. So I believe this is a cave. Like I said, it's taken me ridiculous amount of time to get to find this. So that idea is, you know, can you come in this as a new player, just pick up a hand tool and go and mine? No, I don't think that would be accurate to say that, because I had to look around to actually find somebody who'd put up the location of caves, and it was an absolute nightmare. So yeah, but I'm still determined to actually mine a rock, right? I've come this far, so this is interesting. Found some sort of loot, which is quite fun. Might take those. I can always dump these off again if I get lots of rocks. So I've got to be careful here. So that's where I came in, which is at like 240 on the top of my screen. So 240. So let's see if I can find something to mine without having to go too deep in here. I kind of feel like I want to follow these fluorescent mushrooms. So let's have a look. I think what I'm looking for is just like little... Oh, okay. That was not the way to go, apparently. Let's go back. It's quite low gravity on here, so you can jump quite high, but you can also sort of vault if you go up to things. So I'm just looking for like little rocks that I can mine. Oh, there's another med box. Well, yeah, okay. So I didn't find anything that I could mine, or, you know, I don't know what really is going on. Found lots of loot boxes, but like I say, nothing I could mine. So I'm guessing not all caves contain minables. Lesson learned, I guess. So yeah, like I said, what I wanted to do was have a go, see if I kind of almost came into the game from scratch and decided I'm going to start mining, could you just kind of wing it and buy a hand miner and get out there and start doing it? I think the answer is no, you can't. Can you do a little bit of research and find a cave? You can. It takes time. But even then, obviously the cave I found is not the right sort of cave. And yes, I've managed to get some loot and a weird helmet that I just felt I had to pick up. I did get some rocks. I don't know if they're worth anything, but I picked them up. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. I'm going to continue. I am going to do a little bit more research before I make the next video, but I'm going to do another one on mining. But the next one's going to be, it's not just from scratch. I'm going to do some research, and then I'm going to go somewhere where I should be able to hand mine and see, is it even worth doing that? Is it worth hand mining? Am I going to make any money out of that? So yeah, anyway, I hope you found it interesting. And if you've been watching, thanks, and I'll catch you in the next one.